Hello everyone, it's Leigh here from Leigh's Art Studio. Today I'm here to do a quick doodle, show you how you can do something like this and how easy it is, and also to remind everybody who's going to take part in it that the Doodle Challenge starts next week. That's Wednesday the 16th of March. You can either put up a photo on Instagram. There's also a Facebook group for you, which is called Friends of 2022 Doodle Challenge. I think that's what it is. I'll put links in my video description anyway. Or if you've got a YouTube channel, you can make a video and put the hashtag, which is hashtag 2022 Doodle Challenge MAR for March, in the title, and it'll just automatically go into playlist. So I will have a playlist also on my channel that I'll link in my video description. Having said that, just a couple of things I need to let you know about the Doodle Challenge. I've changed my mind a couple of times about how this was going to run. At first I was going to have a whole heap of prompts. I changed my mind and thought, no, I'll just have one prompt a month and that'll be colour. But I think that's just going to make it too easy for everybody. Or maybe too hard, I'm not sure. So I've come up with 3 more prompts, which I will introduce over the coming months. For March, all you have to do is do your doodle on a green background. Then in April, I'm going to add in either the doodle type or the doodle shape. When it comes to May, we'll have a highlight colour. And then in June, we'll introduce a feature or a theme. And there'll be a bonus or a substitute. And there's 5 different bonuses or substitutes. And you can choose whatever ones you want to use, or you don't have to use any at all, and that's entirely up to you. So the same ones apply every month and you just make your choice as to which one you want to use. As the months go on, you'll just build your skills more and more if you're a beginner, and if you're an experienced doodler, it'll be a little bit more interesting for you. So green is the colour for March. That's why I have picked this particular painting to show you, which is one that I did some time ago, and it's basically a green background. It's all different coloured greens. I dropped some purple in strategic places, and then I've drawn some flowers onto it. So I want to quickly show you how to do that, and I'm not going to do it as big as that one. It's the same width, but it's just on a shorter piece of paper. So that's the difference. So it's about 1/3 smaller. First thing I need to do is to put in some of those greens and the greeny blues. I did lash out and buy myself some watercolour brushes, so we'll see how they go. So I just want to put in some blue to begin with in different places. Now this paper is 100% cotton, so I don't know what difference that'll make to the other paper that I've been using, which was it was all 100% paper. Just different colours in here. I'm not mixing it on a palette obviously, but I think you would have worked that out by now. So just some bluey colours up the top, and then I'll start putting in some yellow to make them green, and then I'll go for some real greens. And then what I'll have to do is dry my paper, and then I'll put the purple on. This way I put the purple on while the green is wet. It won't be purple anymore. So I'm just going backwards and forwards to the palette and picking up greens and yellows and just splotching them on here and there. No particular order. And this set of paints has got heaps of greens on it, so that's why I like it. I think it's got 7 or 8 different greens. Probably mentioned that already before, I'd say. Get this nice and wet. And that's a blue that I just dabbed into then. I'm going to water that down and add some yellow to it, just to see what colour we come up with, and I'll use that different yellow this time. As you can see, I haven't taped down my piece of paper. Maybe I should have, but I've chosen not to. Now, because that is really wet, I'm thinking that I might mop some of that water up off the paper with a bit of paper towel, just so it makes it quicker to dry when I need to dry it. I don't want to take too much of the colour off though. Okay, so let's add a bit more colour in there. Some of this limey green would be nice. I'll just add some of this milky blue in. So I'm not planning this in any way. All I'm doing is just randomly adding colour onto that paper. I'm trying to think what else I can put on there. So I'm looking for this. This might be nice. This is like a phthalo green, which is a bluey green. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I want to go dark down in the bottom. So I will pick up whatever colour that is. I think it's Prussian blue by the look of it, and just paint the bottom. And just get rid of that excess moisture down there. Just sop it up with the brush, it'll be easier. The brush just drawing the moisture up out of the paper. If you're an experienced watercolourist, you'd call that a thirsty brush. Okay, so how's that looking? I think I'd like a little bit more bluey colour in there. So let's get a little bit of this blue here. Water it down a bit, dilute it. Add a little bit more of this aquamarine blue. Let's water that down a bit. Just to break the green up, and it will actually turn fairly green because the amount of yellow that's on there. I'm going to dry that off, and then I'm going to add some purple to it, and then I'm going to doodle some flowers over the top of it. Well, that's nice and dry now, so I'm just going to use a different paintbrush. I don't need that great big one. I did sharpen myself some paint brushes, some watercolour ones, rather than using my acrylic brushes, although I did notice on the packet that you can use these ones for watercolour and acrylic. So apart from painting on some purple patches, I'm also going to just splatter them on like that. And I'm going to add some magenta in there as well. Just let those two colours combine. I'm going to drop a couple of bits of yellow in there as well. This is yellow ochre this time though. Let's splatter some on. Okay, so once again I'm going to allow that to dry. Just want to get that excess off there. And you want it to be fairly subtle. Just putting a little bit of yellow into the centre of the flowers. Now I'm going to dry that off again. That's all nice and dry now, so I'll just move those paints over to the side. What I will do when I finish is add some gold highlights or some other sort of metallic highlights. So now it's time to get to doodling. So on my previous painting I'd used black to draw my flowers on with. This has turned out quite a bit darker. I might have to use white on that one, I think. I don't think the black's going to really show up. It might in some places, but I think white's going to be better. But let me just try the black for a starter to see whether I'm correct about that. Could always have black stems, couldn't we? And black leaves. And these little ones I could do with black. Let's just try a black one up here somewhere. And black leaves. And these little ones I could do with black. Let's just try a black one up here somewhere. I'm just going to reposition this camera so you can see what I'm doing and my hand's not in the way. Won't be a moment. Okay, so if I was going to do this one up here, it's not too bad. Maybe I just have to put some white highlights on them. I like my flowers to have really long spindly stems. I'm not concerned that I'm running it through another flower, that doesn't bother me. So because I've used splatters, I had no idea whatsoever how these would turn out, like what shapes I was going to get, because I'd splattered most of those things there onto the paper. And come down here, I might make that into a sort of a daisy-like flower. Like that. A couple of big leaves. And some more circles down here. That one could be something like that. How's that looking? That's not too bad. I thought the black ink wouldn't show, but it is. It's not too bad. Try not to get my hand in the light there. I'll just move that light to the other side. Looks better. I can see what I'm doing now. I couldn't actually see what I was doing, which is why this one's really messy. Okay, so I would just like to put in a flower coming in off the side here. So let's make 4 little flowers down here in a bunch. Just make that the center of a flower, and have those sort of, don't know what shape you'd call them. Nice. And put some stripes in them. And some dots in the middle. So you can see how this is developing now. Just around the outside there. And then around the middle. And I'm just going to draw some lines. Like so. And then a swirl in the middle. It needs a stem. Okay, so this one, I'm just going to go around the outside. It's nice, got a nice lacy exterior. That put some white on this. And I do have gold biros. I'm just going to put some gold circles in here and there. Colour in the odd leaf with a bit of gold. I don't know what that was, watermark or something, so just colour it in. You don't have to use pens to do this, you can use crayons, markers, like gelatos as well, so they work really well. Now I want to use my watercolour, metallic watercolours, just to drop some nice substantial gold dots on there. Just going to spray some water onto there and activate that paint. Put some in the flowers. And I might just put some black splatters in there as well. Just a few. Don't want too many. And what's left in the brush, I'll just put some black dots on. Just put a little bit of detailing in with that black, just for the heck of it. So as you can see, this is so easy, and you end up with something fairly pretty. Let's see if I can get the light to shine on the gold there. That looks nice. I can see that really well, but I'm not sure if it's showing up in the camera. Okay, so that is an example of how you can create a doodle for your green next week. Very easy. Of course, you don't have to work on a watercolor background. You can doodle on a printable, you can doodle on a magazine page or a photo or on another painted background of some sort, on an old birthday card, whatever you like. Entirely up to you. So the whole idea of this is that it's fun and easy to do. So don't forget to check out what Julie's done, the doodles that she's been doing. Julie's going to be co-hosting the doodle challenge with me. That starts next Wednesday. We'll have a playlist up, so the hashtag will be 2022 Doodle Challenge MAR. Yes, so you'll be able to see what everybody else has done. There'll also be a place where you can upload your photographs to Facebook, and I'll have a link to the Facebook group in my video description. So if you use that hashtag in Instagram, your photograph of your doodle will automatically be in the correct playlist. So until next time, don't forget that creativity is contagious, so spread it around, be kinder than you need to be, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, and cheers from Australia.